Hi Sugarfoot, my name is Brittany. I am a serial lock starter. I have started 12 different journeys and I'm 5 months in on my 12th one. And here's what you need to know about the starter lock journey. So everyone starts their lock journey for different reasons. And getting through that starter phase is very difficult. Number one is, so everyone starts lock journeys for different reasons, but getting through that starter lock phase is very difficult. Number one, avoid over manipulation. I know in the beginning phase, it can be hard to kind of embrace the frizziness, kind of embrace the unruliness of your locks, but it's part of the journey and you need to embrace it in order to stay on the journey, a healthy lock journey. Over manipulation can cause hair loss, alopecia, and just ruin the development of your locks. So it is recommended to wait 4 to 6 weeks in between maintaining your locks. I couldn't do that because I need to wash my hair once a week, so I maintain my locks once a week. I don't retwist or interlock anymore once a week, but I maintain by washing and conditioning once a week. Number two, avoid using heavy products. So if the product is not water soluble, nix it. It's gonna get stuck in your locks. It's gonna cause a lot of problems. It'll weigh down your locks as your locks go. It'll weigh down your locks as your locks grow. So try to avoid anything that does not have water as the main ingredient. If you're using oils are pretty good as if you're using oils are pretty good for holding in moisture, but you have to use a clarifying shampoo when you wash your hair, so that way you can strip all of the excess oils that get trapped in your locks. Number three, do not skip regularly washing your hair. You want to get your hair into the routine of being clean and healthy. Cleanliness is the number one attribute to your hair retaining moisture. So if you have too many products on your hair, it'll become hydrophobic, which means it'll repel water and your hair won't be able to trap, like, it'll repel water and your hair won't be able to absorb moisture, is what I'm trying to say. Regularly washing it, especially with a clarifying shampoo at least once or 2 times. Regularly washing it, especially with a clarifying shampoo, at least once a month or once every 2 months, will help your hair to retain moisture, which will help your hair to retain moisture, which in turn helps it grow. Skipping regularly washing can so some people avoid washing their locks to prevent unraveling, but I promise you, unraveling should not be a fear of yours in the starter lock phase. It should not be a fear. It should be something that you embrace and learn how to work with, because avoiding washing your hair can lead to itchiness, dryness, dirt buildup, and then your locks don't have a healthy foundation. Number four, do not expect immediate results. So honestly, having locks is like the waiting game. It shows you how to build your patience, because you will have to take your time with them. They take time to mature, so you have to take your time with them. Many people go into starter locks like me. I did it many times. Many people go into the starter lock journey expecting a certain look, expecting to do certain styles, just having expectations that cannot be met by starter locks. It can take months, and it may take some people years for your locks. Well, not years. Let me think. Yes. It can take months and maybe up to a year for your locks to fully form. So having patience is like the number one thing you have to have. Each hair type has its own pace. And the process is different for everyone, but it will be worth it in the end. So I see that a lot of people think of locks as like a very low maintenance style, meaning they can go months neglecting their hair. That is not true. Thinking that you don't need to care for your hair on the regular or scheduled maintenance can be the detriment to your locks. It can lead to dry and brittle locks, which causes breaking. If you notice, there's a lot of people who locks break as it grows, as it matures. They have fully mature locks, but the ends are just breaking off. And that's due to poor maintenance. Your locks need moisture. Absolutely need moisture. Your hair needs moisture. The same way your skin needs moisture, your hair needs moisture. Keeping your lock. Why do I keep saying Deep conditioning treatments are key. I know there are a lot of locticians or a lot of people within the lock community that think you can't use deep conditioners or conditioners at all because they think it causes your locks to unravel. No, conditioners soften your hair. It makes it easier to manage, but it also allows for a lot more moisture but it also allows your hair to absorb a lot more moisture. It provides nutrients that your hair needs. The only way I can see a conditioner being bad is if you're brushing your hair with the conditioner in or something like that. Another one is not covering your locks at night. I know you think, oh, it's just locks, I could sleep on it. No. Just like loose natural hair, locks can't take friction. Your hair rubbing on something all night, it'll cause it to become dry, brittle, and break. And you don't want that. So you need to sleep with your hair either covered or with a satin or silk pillowcase. Sleeping without your hair covered can also cause lint buildup, which if you notice, a lot of people that have mature locks, they have those little white balls throughout the hair. A lot of people dye that so that you can't see it, but you don't want that lint buildup anyway, so let's just avoid it. Cover your hair at night. Another thing you should not do is over tighten your retwist. So I know a lot of people feel like, especially during the starter lock phase, that neatness gets a lot of people, like it got me. You want your hair to look a certain way, and in the process of you trying to get a certain look, you over tighten your locks, and now you have traction alopecia, you have locks that are thinning, you have locks that you have to rebuild, and you don't want those things. It's best to do your hair or retwist or interlock your hair once a month, if that. I have to do something different. So right now I'm retwisting my hair every 2 weeks because of how often I have to wash it. But I don't retwist it tight. I do like a really light retwist. Like this is the type of retwist I do. I don't use products in my hair because as you guys know, I'm allergic, but I know that it can cause buildup and it can cause irritation, and you don't want that. So when you're retwisting, aim for it to be gentle. Use as little product as you can, and only retwist when it's necessary. So I was wolfing it for 2 weeks. I washed my hair and everything and just let it be, and it was like a little fro under my locks, and I just let it be. Try to avoid using combs as much as possible. I know it helps with the neatness of your locks. I know. Another thing that contributes to it. Let me think. What am I trying to say? I know it can help your locks to look more uniform and neat, but it also causes a lot of breakage, a lot of snapping at the roots. Fine tooth combs are not your friend when you have locks. They're not your friends when you have loose natural hair, but when you're trying to keep the hair on your head that you have, try to avoid fine tooth combs. I personally only use my fingers when I'm doing my hair. I have not put a comb to my head in 6 months. Oh, never skip regular maintenance. So like I said, I wash my hair every week, but I only retwist right now twice a month. So in between weeks, I am pulling my hair apart, pulling my locks apart to make sure that they don't marry. I want to avoid having a huge lock at the end of my 2 weeks. So I maintenance them at least once or twice a week. I'll sit and just start pulling locks apart. I'll sit and just start pulling locks apart just to make sure they don't marry, especially on the off week that I'm not retwisting my hair. Last, scalp care is so important. Your hair grows from the root. So in order for your hair to be healthy, it has to start with a healthy base. Your scalp needs to be healthy. A clean, moisturized scalp is what you want. Neglecting your scalp can cause flakiness, itchiness, irritation, which can affect the health of your locks in the long run. Healthy scalp leads to healthy hair. For people that are looking for length retention, you need the healthy ends and a healthy root. And you start with a healthy root by having a healthy scalp. If you see any irregular textures or any like bumps in your locks, don't worry about it. It's just your locks budding. Don't worry too much about uniformity or definition in your locks, because they're gonna, as they mature, they're gonna change over time. You're gonna see so many different changes in your hair. So like this bump I have, let me see if I can find another one. I have a few that just look irregular, but that is okay. Embrace those irregularities and allow your hair to do what it needs to do to grow healthy. But yeah, thank you for watching my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay with me on this journey. 5 months, guys. 5 months.